Welcome back to the show, y'all. K.L.P. I am back, y'all. I know, again, no excuses. I know I've been out of commission with this show. I just got a little bit inspired, you know. My sister, shout out to D'Amber, my sister got a new computer, so she's getting her flow back. She's joining back with YouTube with her video content. And I was eating dinner late the other night with my brother, and we were watching Wendy. So it kind of got inspired for me and say, okay, I used to have a talk show. Why haven't I not been doing a talk show for a long time? Why did I stop doing my talk show? So, of course, I've got with the studio lead, which is, of course, me and my team. And I said, okay, I want to bring back talk shows because I love talking in front of you guys. I love sharing my stories. I love sharing what I got going on. I like to talk about juicy news that's coming on around the world. And, we used to do that. We've done that for many, many seasons, and we just kind of start. So 2021 is going to be the year of content for us. So we're bringing back our talk shows with Up Late with K.L.P. I know, no excuse. I know I say that every time I take a break from this kind of thing, but, I don't know why I do. I don't know why I take a break from this when this is actually one of the things I really love doing. But I'm back. That's all you got to know is I'm back. Of course, we're streaming our show on Live 94.6, the radio station, and also Swanky 93.3. So you can also listen to the audio version of it. So let's get to the juicy stuff. I do have a story to share with you guys today. Later on this week, we're going to talk about tech news and more news, but this episode is going to be more of a story. This is the true story that happened to me yesterday. And, as we were writing, I'm saying, let me talk about this on today's show because this is something that was very interesting and hopefully it might be funny to you guys. So yesterday, you guys know I do a lot of crap. I work a lot. And, when either I'm in the office, I'm here in the studio, or I'm out there on the field. This is more of a field work. I was out there visiting some offices. And this one particular office I went to, it was a tax office. And I went in there, and let me just tell you, your office space is the most important unit that you can ever use within your business. Your office has to look right, it has to feel right, and it has to smell right. Let me tell you, this office, even though it's a tax office, it was next to a gas station, so I didn't expect it to look like a huge corporate office in downtown Atlanta. I understand these kind of offices, but you get what you get, you work with what you can work with. So, this office smelled like sweaty ass and sweat socks. Let me tell you, I went in there, and that's the first thing I noticed in this office is that woof of odor. And I don't know what it was. It smelled like sweat, and it just smelled like straight up sweat. It stunk. So I'm listening, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, what is that smell? What is that odor that I am whiffing right now? It stinks. So, and for it to be an office, I'm like, okay, this stinks, y'all. And let me tell you what, this story gets juicy because it really kind of upset me because, I could have been a potential client. I've got another way of doing, my taxes. I ain't gonna disclose all that. But if I was a client and I walked into an office like that, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, let me turn all the way around. This ain't for me because your office is your best reputation. If you have a great office, then, it replicates it. It presents you at a good light. When you have an office that doesn't have that standard, then a lot of people will be like, okay, I don't want my business with these people because they might be a sham, So what really upset me about this uniqueness of this transpire, this odor, and this just foul odor, you had two beautiful women working in this office. They were the front lines of this office, and I'm looking around like, y'all don't smell this? Two beautiful women, gorgeous women, are sitting in this filth odor of an office, And I'm like, y'all need to get some spray. Like, y'all need some Febreze in there. I'm looking around, and the woman, she got up all excited because she saw a handsome man. She got so excited, she got up. We had to discuss business and do all that other crap. And I just wanted to say, hey, do you not smell this office that you have? I didn't want to be rude. I couldn't say it because I just could not be rude about it. But I am just in awe about how bad this office stunk. It stunk. It smelled like sweat and manure, and it just didn't have the current freshness. Now, I've been to a lot of offices here in Atlanta. Trust me, I have. And I know what an office should smell like. An office shouldn't really have an odor. I mean, our offices don't have an odor. It's just there. When you're in the studio, yeah, it smells like studio. And you guys, if you're a film guy, you're a studio guy, you know what that smells like. You'll smell the hardware, you smell the cameras, you smell the tripod. And I know it's weird. I know a lot of people are thinking right now, that's weird, Kennedy. Why would you have an odor like that? But odors like that do exist. It kind of smells like when you go into an office, well, in particular a studio, to me, it smells like the electronic, and even though Best Buy has electronics, the hard electronics at Best Buy, that's what a studio kind of smells like. And we kind of have that odor. It doesn't really have a distinct smell. It just has okay, I know that this is a studio. There's a lot of equipment in here. When you go to a restaurant, and I observed smells, and I know it's weird, but I'm that guy. I like smells. I like not bad smells. I like a certain type of smell. That office didn't have that great of a smell, but I went to a couple of restaurants. I'll be honest, I was in Duluth at that point, and Duluth has a lot of Korean barbecue or a lot of Korean restaurants. That's what Duluth is kind of known for. Me and the squad, shout out to the squad, we always go to a Korean barbecue because we like the smells and we like the food. So I've been to quite a few Korean restaurants the other day, and it smelled like a Korean restaurant. It smelled really good. I did go to a Korean coffee shop. It's called the Coffee by Hand, and it smelled lovely. It smelled like mocha. It smelled like caramel. It smelled like coffee. It smelled like someone could just come in and just arouse that smell, and to really sit down and have coffee, have a couple of food. And they had food there at their coffee shop, but it was really a unique smell. Real quickly, we have enough time, and I'm looking at Tyrus right now. We have plenty of time, but the Coffee by Hand, not a sponsor, but the Coffee by Hand is a great looking restaurant. I haven't been, but I would like to invite my squad to go there one day with me. It's a coffee shop, but I think they have food, little snack food. It's a restaurant, it's a coffee shop, but it's not a huge sit down coffee restaurant, but it's really, really good. I didn't have any coffee because I was there for business, but it smelled really good. So I really recommend you guys going out there for sure and going to that shop because it really smelled really, 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 really good. Now, before we close out on today's episode, of course, I wanted to kind of give a shout out again. It's not a sponsor for sure. But if you guys have HBO Max, I really recommend you guys watch Big Little Lies. Of course, we're going to be writing about that in the next issue of Element Magazine. But Big Little Lies, of course, they have so many stars like Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, and Shailene Woodley. And they have so many other people in there like, I want to say Adam Smart, if that's his name. I think that's his name. He's also in the show as well. It is a wonderful masterpiece of an adult kind of series. I talked to my little brother about it because my little brother Ryan, the model that he is, he recommends some great stuff to watch, either on Netflix or HBO. So he got me hooked on the show. It's 2 seasons long. We're awaiting our 3rd season, but there's 2 seasons long. You guys get to enjoy the tremendous storytelling of a great show. I think this is one of the best shows that HBO Max has on their streaming channel right now. This show is catered around 1st graders, but then you really get to know the moms of these 1st graders and the drama, the espionage, and even the tragedy that happens in this show. So I really recommend you guys go out and watch Big Little Lies today. Binge watch it if you can. It is a great show that I really recommend for my viewers to watch. Of course, stay tuned for the article. Element Magazine we will be writing about this movie in detail in that issue coming up soon this week. So please go out there and watch it today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Yes, I'm back. Sorry. I mean, I do this. I do this all the time. I do a couple episodes, I take a break, I do something else, and then I come back to it. So I'm sorry. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Stay tuned later this week as more episodes of Up Late with K.L.P will be released on IGTV, Facebook Watch, and also YouTube and Daily Motion at K.L.P Entertainment. As of right now, stay swanky and stay safe.